Hi there, welcome back to It's Only Paper. I'm Lisa and today I'm going to be working in my trip journal, my 2019 trip journal. I'm almost full. I've almost done all my pages. Today I want to do a page about staying at Disney's Bay Lake Resort. I've printed off a load of photos. And because I'm running out of space, I'm going to need to make some flips to include things. I've actually got 8 photos that I'm wanting to include. And I'm going to be using this sketch here for inspiration. As I'm filming this, I've got a Crafternoon coming up. I'm hosting one via my Patreon group and it's going to be held on Zoom. It's obviously too late now as you're watching this ahead of time, but this is the sketch that I have created that we'll be working from during the Crafternoon. So you can either do it as like a 12 by 12 as a smaller page. I'm going to be doing it on a journal page, as you can see here. That's something I really like about using sketches. You use them almost like as a starting block and you go from there. So sometimes you just need a kick start when you get started. And I find by having a little prompt or a color combination challenge or a sketch challenge like here really helps me. So as I was looking at this and looking at my page, I've decided I am going to have my photos in 2 blocks, I think. One set here and one set there, something running across the top, bit of journaling, and then my title along the front. I think that's how it's going to work. I am going to use some paper here. This is actually watercolor paper, but I haven't actually used it on some of the pages I have. So I might actually use it for some watercolors today, actually. I haven't done that for quite a while. And my battery's running out, so I need to change my battery and then get some paper on these pages. Really hope you enjoy today's creative video. So I was thinking about having the paper that then folds out, having some watercolor maybe down the center, but now I'm actually thinking I might cut this down because I'd quite like to have something underneath. I quite like the idea of that there, so maybe folding that. Yeah, let's see how this goes. Even though I'm working with a Disney theme today, obviously yourself, you may not work with a Disney theme. I'm sure there's plenty of you that don't do Disney trips, so don't let that put you off. You can still use the exact same techniques and use ideas and take inspiration from something, even if you're working with a completely different theme. So I have increased my space on my page so much more. I'm so pleased with that. I also thought it would be fun to have the little things there, the little frames, maybe have one there and one there. I thought that would be quite cute. I want to obviously cover those. And the other thing I really wanted to do was to have this underneath and then actually cut the flap here so that I've got one large and one slightly shorter. So I think I'm going to do that. The next thing I'm going to do, I think I need some watercolors on here. I'm going to be using, I was wondering about having that on there. I'm using the Orange Blossom kit, by the way. I haven't got too many of these left, so I will link them below for you if you want to go and take a look. This is the July kit. I think I'm going to cut those off. I might actually use a punch as well. I think that would look quite nice. As I'm using a punch, I've actually trimmed it slightly larger than what I needed, just to allow a little bit of extra space. And as always, I'm using an EK Success punch. I absolutely love these border punches. These are super old and they cut amazing every time. So that will sit on there. Then when that opens up, it'll be pretty on the other side as well. And then I like these papers because I think they'll work really well for journaling. You can journal on the lines. adds a nice little bit of colour. That looks so pretty. Let me zoom in. Having a little punched edge there, and then on the other side it's just very, very discreet. It's almost like a little doily. I love that. That's so pretty. I'm going to do exactly the same on the other side, and that's both sides now, so that opens up. I'm so happy with this. This is so sweet. Right, let's get some colour in the center. I'm not actually doing anything fancy. I'm just going to add a little bit of colour. So I am going to add some green, and I'll be adding some yellow. I haven't got my watercolours out for ages. I tend to go through phases, and I'm just haven't been. Let's continue it over on here a little bit. Do you find that as well, or do you always have them out? I always used to always create with them, but yeah, I've kind of just haven't been using them lately. It's not that I haven't wanted to, I think a lot of the time I'm always in a hurry as well, so it just feels quicker just to quickly just use normal paper and things, I guess. I don't really know what I'm doing here, to be honest. I'm just adding some colour, so there's no technique or anything. Just having a spot of fun. It doesn't always have to be a special technique, does there? Right, I might actually continue. I'm really loving this colour, and continue this along here. So I'm just adding a little bit of colour, just so it kind of like the theme runs along. It looks really pretty, doesn't it? I'm not going to do the top as well. Let's do it like that. And just to help it dry a little bit, I'm just going to blot it with some kitchen towel. There, that looks really pretty. While that's drying, I'm then going to move on to the next thing. Let's pop this to one side. This paper is actually for next month's kit, or this month's kit that's coming up August, but I really fancy using it. I fancy sticking it on here, but saying that, summer needs something behind it because it's not going to stand out. Although I do quite like it on there. I like the idea of having the green. I wonder if I can have the green on here and then pop it on there. I think that might look nicer. I'm really liking this green. So we need the green to go on here. Just so that, oh, that stands out so much better. Let's add a little bit of the yellow as well. Yeah, I like that. That will look really nice, actually. I just need that to dry. The problem is when you blot it to speed up the drying process, you do blot the colour as well. Is that going to be... Let's add a little bit more. I might just need to leave that to dry on its own, I think. I'm going to continue with the square paper. I'm really taking inspiration from the sketch, actually. Didn't expect to use the grid, but I really like it. So I'm going to pop it on here. These little, they come as a pack of 4. They're little mini like Polaroid frames. They were from the previous month's kit. They were like an add-on. So if you would like a pack of those, I will leave the link to those down below for you. Little frames. They're really cute. And nice thing, actually, I could always use that side as well if I wanted to. So I was going to pop that up there. Let's just pop a little bit of glue, then if I change my mind I can move it. And I'm going to do exactly the same with this one as well. Let's pop this on here. And I'm going to pop this one down here. Now, the thought process behind this is going back to the sketch. Oh no, I was going to cut some of that off, wasn't I? I've just remembered. Right, where is this? I was going to pop this down and use that as my title. So I was going to trim that off here. That's what I was going to do. And then I could have this underneath and still see the word summer. Does that look a bit weird now? No, I think that's okay. I still quite like that though. No, I'm gonna do it. Let's do it. There. Yeah, that's what I was going to do. And then this will go on here. Is that sticky? Yeah. And this is how I'm using the sketch. So if you look at this, I'm going to have something going along the top, and then this replaces the photo. Journaling down here. This is the photo on the other side, and this is my title. And then I've got the grid as well. So that is where that's all coming from. I like the idea of having the grid above on the top. I might do that, but torn. I like that idea. Let's do that again. And have that going across the top. Yeah, I like that. Let's stick that down. I like the grid actually, the blue grid. I'm going to do the same along here. Let's do that there. There, I've got my strip along the top. So I've also got to work out whereabouts my photos are going. I was thinking about having a pocket for them, but should I just have them in here? So I wish they were all upwards actually, but they're not. A couple are that way. I might even think about having a pocket. I've decided I'm going to use the envelope from the kit. However, I'd like to make it smaller. So I am going to trim it down. I'd like to make it more of a similar size to the photos. Plus also, I don't like that feeling sometimes that something partially shows, unless it really goes with the page. But like right now, I'd rather it covered up more. So let's cover up, take some of that. That's not going to work. Like that. That covers that nicely. So let's cut off this like that. The photos can nicely go in. I can also do, actually this could then become a flip like that. And the other thing I was going to do, whoops, was, how tall is that? Let's make it slightly shorter actually. And then halfway. There, look how cute that is. And then the photos can live in here. I could even pop them on a tag if I wanted. There. I quite like that side. I think that looks prettier. And I'm going to pop some tape on the side that holds it in place. And that then hides that really nicely. I'm liking that. I will add some prettier tape there. And I might actually add something to pull the photos out and to cover the backs. Let's do that again with the grid paper actually. Can just about get away with that. So I think we will have these going down there. I'm just going to pop them on with a little bit of tape because I'm not 100% if they're staying there. And then I can easily move them. I like this. This page is coming together nicely. I've got this on the back for here. Do you know what I am going to do? I've just thought of something. I've got the handmade leaves that I made for the kit. I'm going to staple them on. And that would act as my little tab to pull out. I wonder how that will look. Let's pop these back in here. And then I can journal on the back, and then I want to do that almost on the other side like that. There. So I've got those in there. I quite like the idea of cutting this out. I made some little pieces of art for my kit subscribers. This was a little journal card. I'm going to cut mine out, but I also made some stickers that went in the kits as well. I'm going to cut this out here. And just have it sew. And again, I'm kind of like taking influence from the half, inspiration from the half sunshine there. I quite like that idea, but I don't want the wording showing, so we're just going to have that like that. Right, let's see if this bit is dry now. Yeah, I think it's pretty much dry. Let's pop that on there. That stands out so much better now. I'm so much happier. I just haven't thought to use my watercolors for a while, and I've really missed using them. I'm just going to add a little bit of glue. Let's stick this in place. I attached it to a photo before, which looked really nice. It kind of framed the photo and worked as a title at the same time. These are actually from Peartree Cutfiles. I collaborated with them this month, so I'll leave a link to them below as well. That looks so cool. There, that's worked really well. And we're going to pop that underneath. Could do that as a flip if I wanted, but I don't need to. That just stands out so much better now. There. This is working out really sweet. I'm wondering actually if I need a little bit of green along there, just so it matches. Let's run that down. Yeah, I think that looks better. And now I've got to decide what to do with my photos on this side. We've got fireworks from Top of the World, and we've also got the swimming pool area, which is why I included that one. That one reminded me of the water. Could actually have those along there. And then I feel like I need another, although could actually include those there. No, I'm going to have a rethink about that one. Right, here's what I've come up with. I am going to cover the pool photos on the backs so they can lift up. So we were staying at Disney's Bay Lake Tower. If you're familiar with Disney, it's the hotel. It's a newer hotel, and it's situated right next door to the Contemporary. You know, the pyramid-y one that the monorail goes through as you are at Magic Kingdom. We never in our life expected to be able to stay there, but we signed up to Disney's Vacation Club back in 2018, and we had points that needed using. And we were in LA, or we'd booked a holiday to LA, and we had these 200 points that needed using. And so we ended up booking a flight from LA to, which one should we have at the top? That one. Yeah, I think that one needs to be underneath. We ended up booking a flight from LA to Orlando with our miles, and they cost $5 each, the flights. And then we used our miles for, sorry, our points to stay at Bay Lake Tower. And we had 200 points that needed using, and it was 196 points for the week. So what sounds like a very extravagant trip really wasn't extravagant at all. And we used miles then to fly home in premium, and we had free upgrades, so it was a very, very cheap trip. And I priced it up. Had we have booked, because we had a 1-bedroom apartment at Bay Lake, had we had booked that and paid properly for the apartment and for the premium flights, without not including the LA internal flights, not including those, just the Bay Lake Tower and the flights, it would have set us back just over 11 grand. And there's no way we would have ever paid that for a week. Wouldn't have been able to afford to. So it sounds very extravagant, but playing with points and miles really does work in your favour, definitely. So it was very, very handy. I've got to work out, I think, should I do a glassine envelope? Or actually, I could do exactly the same here. Yeah, that's actually going to work out really well. Yeah, I'm going to do that here as well. Let's cover the backs. Or do I just have a little glassine envelope? I'm going to see what size envelope I've got. Or I could even have a pocket and pop them in there. That might look nicer, actually. Yeah, I think I might do that. Oh, I like that side. Yeah, let's do that. What do you think? That side or that side? I think this side. And then also when that closes, that actually looks quite tidy then as well. I could trim it down slightly. And then I need some tape on the side. I'm just going to get some thin tape. I think when it comes to what look like expensive trips, people are very quick to jump to the conclusion that you're loaded, because I get that kind of question all the time, like what do we do for jobs and things like that. You'd be amazed how many people contact us and ask, but it really is just being clever, knowing when to book, where to book. I use a credit card for absolutely everything. I have a couple of different credit cards because some get me more points, different places where I use them. And yeah, it definitely works in our favour. Right, let's pop this on here like that. And then we'll cover the backs and these can slide in here. Oh, it's a little bit tight, but I think that should just about work. And it's now just about tidying things up, really. Add in some journaling. I need to add some washi tape. I'm wondering, do I add this cute Thumper and Bambi washi? I've also got these ones with cameras. These are quite cute. I have got some travel with airplanes, but I think I might go with the Bambi. I think that would look sweet. And I'm just going to pop this on over the clear tape that I've used. And then we'll do it that side as well. There. And then we're going to do the same up here. And then I can start going around with my pen as well. Let's pop this up here. This all looks really sweet, doesn't it? The squirrels are really loud in the trees. I don't know if you can hear them. I can see them. They're playing just outside my window. They're so cute. Right, that's those. I am wondering about adding a little flip there. No, I'm not going to do that, but I will add Bambi because I think that's so cute. Oh, and this side as well. Pop these up here. This is a nice way to add some hidden journaling actually on the envelopes. Oh, that's stuck like that. There, that looks neater now. Ah, I know what I did. I stuck it down completely, didn't I? Right, because I wasn't sure if I wanted to keep it. Yeah, we're going to keep that in place. They're not going to be flips, but I will add a little bit of washi at the top. There, I think that looks really nice. And now I think it's time for some journaling. Actually, I've decided before I start journaling, I'm going to add some bits and pieces. So I've got some stickers here and some other stickers. Let's have beautiful summer. I didn't really want to. No, I don't want to cover that up. Let's pop that down there. And I liked the idea of adding one here. I've actually ended up sticking quite a few stickers on, and I've started sticking some larger ones, and I forgot I've got my Mrs. Brimble stickers as well. So I'm going to pop on some of these. Let's have the date. And this one here. And then I'm going to have this one down here. And now I'm going to go and carry on with the journaling. I am pretty much here. I've ended up using some thickers. These were gifted to me by Paper Maze, so I'll link those up. Such a lovely colour. They just went so well, and it just kind of all came together in the end. So you can really see where I've taken influence from the sketch with the strip at the top there, and then I've got my, what represents my photo, my journaling, and again on this side my photo and my title, and I've used the grid as well. No clouds, but I didn't feel like I needed the clouds. So as you can see here, I've got Bay Lake, that's the name of the resort where we stayed, and I used the paper here for my journaling, and I've added some stickers here as well. These are quite handy if you just want to add a few bits, like I've got like the date and that kind of thing. I do want to add our room number, but I can't find that at the moment. And then here we've got a couple of photos. These are stuck in place, and I've ended up creating almost like another bit of a title. Something I always say when people ask me about the difference between staying on site and off site, and I say this a lot, but I've never actually written it down, so I've added it to this page here as it feels very appropriate. When we used to stay off site, I would say I would wake up excited as we were going to Disney. Now staying on site, I wake up excited as we are in Disney. That to me is the biggest difference. Then I've got the, I really like how I resized this. It's worked really well. You can pull out by the leaves, and I've just done a little bit of journaling. So you've got the walkway there between where we were staying and the Contemporary. And that's the resort there, Bay Lake Tower. I love here as well that you can park literally outside the front door. It's so close, whereas a lot of the big deluxe resorts, you have such a walk. I think we timed ourselves when we were staying at Beach Club to the lobby. It was about 3 minutes, and that was nowhere near the car still. We still had ages to walk to the car. It's just so big, but this is so convenient. And then I've put here, this really was the very best summer. And then we've got sunshine days, and then I've journaled on the back of those, talking about happily ever after, the fireworks, which are sadly finishing. We're so upset. These fireworks and the music just means so much to us. We've got a special story behind them. And Top of the World Lounge, that is a cocktail lounge, like a bar at the top of the resort here where we were staying, Bay Lake, but you can only access that if you're a member of Disney Vacation Club, so it feels like a real special perk. That's the view to watch the fireworks, and they pipe in the music. It's just amazing. Really, really lovely. Then we've got some pool pics there. And something that I've put that I really like is that I really love the resort because it feels like grown-up Disney. It's not a proper kiddie resort. There's not many kids there, and as our kids are older now, that really, really suits us. So it feels like doing Disney in a grown-up way. And then I've got my journaling there as well. So I'm really pleased with how this has turned out. It's been really fun to document, and I've got a lot of information and a lot of photos in. I'm quite pleased with that, and I really don't have many pages to go now in this journal. I've just got, I think, oh my gosh, is that the only one? And I'll probably end up doing something on the back here. Wow, I really am close to finishing. I need to decide what's most important to go in here now. Yeah, oh, and I've got a page there, that's Disneyland, so I am very, very close. But thank you so much. I really hope you've enjoyed today's video. I hope you've enjoyed seeing how I've taken inspiration from this sketch. Feel free to use the sketch, pause it here if you want, jot down all the elements and bits and pieces. And if you do use it, please do tag me in Lollipop Box Club, just so I can see how you've used it. I love seeing what you've made. And I'll link the kit below for you as well. Oh, I was going to add a few little bits and pieces. I forgot about that. Especially with it being in Orange County, it only seems normal. It just seems natural to use the orange kit. So I was just about to finish this video and now I'm adding some more bits. I'm going to trim that down here. I'm really bad at that, at trying to finish something and then continuing. I'm really pleased with the green actually. That's just worked out really well. Let's pop that on there. So yeah, I thought I was finished, but I'm not. We're just going to add a few little bits and pieces. The orange actually, that lifts up, so let's pop that there. Doesn't the orange lift it? It really does actually. Let's pop that there. Yeah, the parks are actually in Orange County in Orlando, so it does go really, really well having the oranges there. Let's have a bumblebee underneath. I could have actually added more journaling if I wanted to, but I didn't feel the need, and I didn't just want to do it for the sake of doing it. So have we got any space here? Nope. They look really cute actually, don't they? I'm quite pleased with these. Right, I really have finished now. I've just added a whole load of stickers. I think that's really finished it off, hasn't it? I'm really pleased with those. I love the orange with the blues. It just goes so well. Got a little bumblebee underneath. There, and I've added a few words on them as well. Like squeeze the day. There, I am super chuffed with that. I'm definitely going to finish now. But I'm sorry about that. Thank you very much for watching. Please subscribe to my channel if you don't already. And I look forward to seeing you in the next video. Lots of love. Bye.